Do you keep your promises to yourself? Oftentimes, when we are setting goals and we have these big ambitions, these big desires, these massive aspirations, we have these plans, we make these plans. And then when it comes to actually doing them, when the day comes to accomplish this task, we opt for something else. We do something else that isn't in alignment with our goal or is just a complete procrastination or avoidance of the things that we really want to do. It might not be that the task is hard, it might not be that we dislike doing the task, but for some reason we just do not do what we say we're going to do. And the thing is that for a lot of us, if we make a promise to somebody else, we're going to keep that promise. But when it comes to keeping promises to ourselves, we lack integrity. We have absolutely no self-integrity. What does this lack of self-integrity tell you? What does it tell ourselves when we do not keep promises to ourselves? What does it tell ourselves when we make a plan and then we fail to do it? First off, I want to address that when we tell ourselves, say, on these days of the week, I'm going to exercise for 20 minutes. Let's just make that an example. I'm going to exercise for 20 minutes this time of the day, and that's my plan. And then when the day comes and we don't do it, what does that tell ourselves? What does that tell our mind, right? What does it tell our brain when we fail to keep our promises, when we lack that self-integrity? Well, it tells us a number of things. First, it tells us that we're incapable of actually achieving the goal, right? It tells us that I'm not good enough to exercise 20 minutes a week. It tells us that exercising is just so hard and it's impossible, it's not fun, I don't like it. And it tells us that we aren't in charge. When you make a promise to yourself and you say, yes, I'm going to do that, and then you say, no, I'm going to instead go watch this TV show, or I'm going to go out with my friends, or I'm going to do this. When you've made that promise to yourself, you made your promise to yourself to do something and you don't do it, it tells you that you do not have the authority over your life. It tells you that something else or someone else has authority over your life, but that you do not. In my personal life, obviously, I am trying to grow this YouTube channel. That is my goal, is to just grow this YouTube channel. And so if I make the goal, I'm going to post a video every Tuesday, right? I'm going to post a video every single Tuesday. And that requires me to film at some point in time the days before every Tuesday, right? So let's say I'm going to film my video on Saturday morning. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to film it on Saturday morning. And the day comes that I have to film the video. Saturday morning arrives. And, I'm sitting there, I'm having my cup of coffee, I'm cozy, I'm reading, I'm just chilling. And when I say, you know what, I just don't really feel like filming a video. I don't want to film the video. I would rather do absolutely nothing. What that tells me is your YouTube channel is not the priority. It tells me that the plans that I make for myself don't matter. And it tells me that I'm not a YouTuber. Because the proper YouTuber, they're gonna film and post their videos on their posting schedule. So when you lack integrity, when you lack that self-integrity, that this is my plan and I'm going to execute it every week, when you lack that self-integrity and you do not keep promises to yourself, it is telling yourself that you have no power. It is telling yourself that what you want, that what you say, and that what you desire to do does not matter, and that is not important, that you are not important. Especially if the plans that you make and the promises you make are basically vetoed by the plans of somebody else, right? Say, I'm going to film a video on Saturday morning, and then somebody calls me, one of my friends or my sister calls me and says, hey, I'm going to go shopping. Do you want to go along? And I say, yeah, I'm just going to cancel all of my plans, right? You don't have to do that, right? You could say, well, I have to do this first, and then, yeah, I can come shopping. But what if I were to cancel my filming because my sister or my friend said, I'm going to go do this, do you want to join? That tells my mind that what they say and what they want to do and what their plans are more important than mine. And that what they want is more important than what my goals are and what I desire out of my life. Now, obviously, if it's like, hey, I got in a car accident, can you come help me? Obviously, yes, put your plans on hold. But if it's something as simple as, hey, let's go do this. You want to hang out? You want to do this? You want to do that? Then you really need to look at what is important. What is important to me? This is important to me, and I have the authority over my life. I have the authority over my time, and I have the authority over the tasks that I complete. I can keep promises to myself. So, how do you actually develop integrity to yourself? How do you actually develop that bone so that way when you have a plan and when you have this schedule, when you say, you know what, this is what I want to do with my time. I'm making this promise to myself, I'm doing this. How do you actually follow through? How do you actually develop the self-integrity to complete what you tell yourself you're going to complete? First, you need to figure out what your priority is, right? What is your priority? It can't be everything, okay? It can't be, I want to travel, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. I have 10 priorities. No, it can't be that. I would say you need to have maybe 2 or 3 priorities, okay? Because when you don't really focus in on your priorities, then you're all scatterbrained and anything goes, basically, right? If I have 10 priorities in my life, then guess what happens? I'm all over the place in my life, and I have no direction in my life. And if something else pops up in my mind, I think, well, that's important too. When in fact, what are my priorities? Well, my faith is my priority. My friends and my family are my priority, and my business is my priority. So you need to get crystal clear on what that priority in your life is, right? You need to be crystal clear. And you need to focus in, and the tasks and the promises that you're making to yourself, they need to be in alignment with that. They need to be in alignment with, this is growing my priority. This is moving towards my priority. This is nurturing my priority. When you are making promises to yourself, it can't be, well, my priority is to grow my YouTube channel, but the tasks that I'm completing and the promises that I'm making to myself are create a website. Like, that's not in alignment. That's not in alignment with, I'm going to grow my YouTube channel, right? So what is your priority? What is your priority that you are making promises to yourself about? It could be your career. It could be your health and your fitness. It could be that you want to be in this particular position, have this particular status at your job, at your, right? Whatever it is, you need to decide what's the priority. What do these promises, what end do these promises go towards? Second, you need to set an appointment with yourself, and you need to keep it, okay? Like, you need to learn how to keep appointments with yourself. If actually time blocking in your calendar, you know what? At this time, on this day, I'm going to spend time doing this, then do that. If it's writing it on a list, then do that. If it is canceling an appointment that it's not really necessary, but you made it and you're thinking, well, I'd much rather be doing this, if that doesn't really go towards my priorities, then do it, right? How you need to keep your appointments with yourself. You need to keep your appointments with yourself. Because when you keep your appointments with yourself, that tells your mind, it tells everything in you. It means, I'm important too. I'm important too. And my word means something. My word doesn't just mean something to somebody else. My word means something to me. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I can trust myself. Other people can trust me, but I can trust myself. and I can believe in myself, and I have the capability, and I am able, and I have the authority over my time and over my energy. I have the authority over my life. Nobody else has the authority over your life. You have the authority over your life. And so if you are keeping appointments with yourself, and if you are telling yourself, nope, that's happening, that is happening, and you are keeping those promises, then you are automatically telling yourself that you are important, and what you desire and what your goals are and what your priorities are, they really are important and they really are possible. And then third, you need to remove distractions. And I mean, it could be anything, right? For me, I had to delete a game off of my phone because, listen, it was a time waster, and it was literally like so addictive for me. And I would automatically go to play that game before doing anything productive, anything that was going to make me money, that was going to grow my business, that was going to grow my YouTube channel, everything. Like, I just wanted to play this game. So I had to delete the game. Perhaps it's that, you refuse to turn the TV on until you get this task done. Maybe it's that you silence your phone so that way you don't have notifications, so that way you're not getting texts and calls from somebody when you're in the middle of your task. Maybe you need to remove the distractions. And that requires a lot of habit breaking, because when we have these distractions that we are going towards all the time, it's because it's a habit, right? It's a habit to automatically answer your phone. It's a habit to automatically scroll through Instagram. It's a habit to automatically turn the TV on and sit there and watch an episode of something. It's automatic. But if you are able to say, nope, I'm keeping my promise to myself, I'm keeping my appointment with myself, I'm going to not turn the TV on, I'm going to turn my phone off, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to remove my distraction, then you are able to invest time into what you truly desire. I can't tell you how many times I've said, you know what, this is what I want to do, and then I watch like 3 hours of TV or something, and it's like, by the end of it, I'm mad at myself, because it's like, I could have been super productive, and I really wanted to do that thing, but I got so distracted by watching this TV show or playing that stupid game, right? You need to remove the distractions from your time, right? I'm not saying silence your phone and never respond to your friends and family ever again. I'm not saying never watch TV. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that when you have an appointment with yourself, you remove the distractions. When you go to the doctor's office, what do? You silence your phone. You're not playing games. You're not watching TV. You are talking to the doctor. You are having a conversation with the doctor, and you are invested and completely there. You are 100% there. You are present in the moment at your appointment. You need to do the same for yourself. It's not just other people that are important. It's not just somebody else and somebody else's time and somebody else's needs and somebody else's asks of you that are important. What you want, your priorities, and your appointments with yourself are just as important. So if you are going to really develop your self-integrity this week, and you're going to make some promises to yourself, then I encourage you to comment those down below. What promises are you going to make this week? And I don't mean like, I am going to feel more confident, I am going to reach 100K followers on Instagram. Like, that's something that you don't, right? It's not something you have control over. I mean something like, I'm going to post to Instagram. I'm going to post this many, right? Like, it's quantifiable. You can actually meet this goal. The appointment can be completed, and you know it's completed, right? So comment down below what promises you're going to keep to yourself this week. Comment when you're going to do it. Comment when you're going to have this appointment with yourself, what you're going to do. Comment what your priorities are and what you are desiring to improve and grow and make the main things in your life. Comment that and share that below, because that always helps. When you share it with somebody else, it always helps to actually like set in stone. Like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. And if you are interested in learning how to actually create goals and create those goals that are really important to you and do it in the most feminine way, because personally, I am on a journey to activating my feminine energy. And so if you are interested in actually learning how to create those feminine goals for yourself, then I would highly encourage you to watch this video right now. It is an awesome video. It tells all about how to create feminine goals for yourself, how to actually develop those goals. And so I hope to see you over there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you oh so very much. And until we meet again, so long.